So for people listening, we have Andrea here today. He's a co-founder of Laif, an AI company based in Bologna, Italy, that helps small and medium businesses actually use their data. He spent over a decade in the corporate world, for example, as a data consultant, before going all in, building Laif with his co-founders. They also now reached 7 figures in revenue. And he's also currently building a SaaS product on the side called Helia, which is a call assistant. Like big resume, big CV, or nice track record. Andrea, welcome. Great to talk to you today.
Thank you, Fabiano, and thank you for having me.
Sure. I would say you choose the question, or you choose the topic for today's interview of the costs behind building Laif or building the business, bootstrapping the business. Can you remember a moment in which you realized that leaving the corporate career which you had leaving it behind and build your own business was going to cost you more than you expected? Like, was there a specific moment where you realized, okay, might cost more than I expected to be, or was it smoothly from the beginning?
It wasn't smoothly at all, at least. I mean, let's be real. It's not an easy path. But the moment where I realized that something was really changed or was changing was that I realized that I stopped to have the time to study new things, because I have learned, and I'm learning currently, a lot of things on how to do stuff, how to administrate a company, how to be an entrepreneur, of course. But I was used to read a lot, to study a lot, even things that are outside my skills and my area of expertise, But the time that the free time was just focused and only focused on my new venture, on Laif, on Helia, and taking some time to learn new things, not on the field, but also on books, because I love to read books, was something that I would say, okay, something's changing. Maybe I need to rearrange my time. Maybe I need to rearrange how I'm going to learn new things. So that was kind of hard for me, something that you love that stopped being present in the everyday life.
What was there, like, a specific cost would you would say that was like especially emotional, or like was it more the financial side or more the identity side? What would you say, like, after leaving a corporate job was the main cost that you were paying in the first months in?
I mean, let's not considering for a moment the economical part, because it would be an easy answer. I would say that it's really costing you to must monitor everything. I was talking a few months ago with an investor, which was telling me, when you start to have a new venture and to be an entrepreneur, you have, at least in the first period of your venture, to think about not only the strategy and to be ahead of time, but also to think about the toilet paper that is missing on your bathroom in your company, to understand how to order the new coffee for the coffee machine. And this is kind of really, it sounds like a stupid thing, but you need to think about everything in the value chain of the company, not only your employees, not only the financial part, but really about everything, to build also the layout of your office, to have the right monitor for your developers, really to think about everything. And so we were lucky, because we are 3 partners. In some way we can manage who is going to take in charge what, so to try to split this kind of effort. And this is really interesting, challenging, of course, and is something that makes you aware of even the side, if you want to call like that, the side activities, like the general services, are really important for the company. It's not just your core business. It's not just developing new software. It's not just building new things. It's just having also the people that are going to support the everyday life of a company. And in this experience makes you more aware about the importance and the weight of those people and those activities.
Was there the moment where you felt that weight that you were describing and you're thinking of, okay, maybe I did a mistake of quitting my corporate career and going all in on my business?
Actually, I have no regrets. So I never had this thought so far, at least. Hopefully, it would be like that also in the future. But actually, I should say that I'm really satisfied. Also in the difficulties, But I know I'm not in that moment right now.
How do you communicate? Like, if you have, for example, you have like this strong confidence that it works out or that it's the right path, but I'm sure there were times where there might be uncertainty. If not amazing, but if there were times where there were uncertainty, how did you communicate this with your co-founders, also with your team? You have a team of several employees, and I wonder, how do you communicate like the hard times as a founder to your team? Are you completely transparent? Okay, this is the problem that we're facing, also financially. Maybe if there might be some rough times, or do you protect your team in such phases? What is your approach when it comes to the difficult times and how to communicate them?
So there are difficulties, there are uncertainty. I believe that in the first months there are just uncertainties. I mean, it's the first time that you are doing a new venture on your own, and yes, I told you before that we knew all the steps that are needed to start a new venture, but a different thing is to actually managing those steps. And we strongly believe that to be transparent is the most important things that you can do to manage the uncertainty. You can, you have not the complete ownership and governance of everything, but it's your ownership to have everything clear and to be transparent and try to give to your partners, to your employees, a perspective. Okay, that there is this kind of setbacks, and we are going to do so in order to manage that setback or that uncertainty. Giving everyone all the elements that you can have, and we have in that moment, to make everyone fully aware of the situation. In the moment that you are hiding something from your people, and they, let's say, they start to understand that you are hiding something, there is a moment, there is an after and before that moment. It's kind of a turning point. They are starting maybe to stop trusting you, or to start to think about maybe they are hiding something else. So even with the first employees, so we are 25 people, and it's maybe easier to manage, of course, we know, but I believe that the most reasonable thing to do is to be completely transparent and to at least try to give the elements to manage that uncertainty. Maybe because your employees can give you some way. Maybe the senior ones can give you suggestions, can give you an idea. So if you trust your coworkers, I believe that you can also give them the possibility. You have to give them the possibility to help you also in the other direction.
Makes sense. Coming back to your personal life or your personal experience as a founder. What has building life cost you personally when you think back? You said that you loved reading books and maybe there was not time in your free time anymore to do certain things or hobbies. But if you think back also, how does starting a business actually affected the people around you? Like the people you love, the people you spend time with, all the uncertainty, working hours, stress, etc. What were the costs on the personal side?
This is maybe the biggest thing that is costing me a lot, because I have a girlfriend that is in some way suffering the situation with me. Okay, uh, she's not doing any pressure. She's very comprehensive. Okay, but I'm working 7 days a week. Maybe in the weekend, not the entire day, but when I have a free time, I try to do something related to my everyday job. And so this is something that influence the people that are around you, also my family, also my relatives. And this is something hard to manage. And so it pushes you to be, and this is something not easy to do, to be present with your mind in those moments that you are free from the work, to stop thinking about the work and to be present, literally present with your mind, not only with your body, with other people, with your friends. But I believe that my girlfriend is so she's in some way be influenced by this my decision, and my goal is to try to over time to try to manage the everyday life at work, to make everything more accessible for me, for her, for my friends, etc. And that's a tricky part for sure.
How do you, like you were mentioning that the tricky part is also to be present in the moments when work is left on the table. I
Yeah.
notice for myself as well, you say, okay, now it's done for today, but you're still having like thoughts in your mind regarding work when you're spending time with the people. How did you get to the point where you can actually turn off and you can actually be in the moment? Is there anything that you do to do so? Do you have rituals to shut down at a specific time, or is it just intuitive from your side?
Uh, I haven't a ritual, and that's maybe my fault. I started a few months ago um, a therapy with a psychology, psychologist.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying also to. I believe that is something good to maintain. Not only your body health and well-being, but also your mental well-being. I believe that is something that every one of us should do to try to maintain that balance, that trade-off in your mind between the working things and your personal life, because it's really hard to obtain. And so I haven't the element to do so with my alone, at least.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying also to do some exercises to try to every day to be okay. Sometimes I'm clear. From now on, let's stop talking about work and thinking about work. But it's something that I say out loud. Maybe it's kind of a pact with yourself, and trying to explicit that thing aloud is something that helps a lot. And so yeah, it's something that you because it's kind of interesting. It's one of the things that I loved to study with my books. Once you say something aloud, the the human being want to be I know how to say in English is you want to respect your obligations. What you said is what you want to do also. Okay, every day, and this is something that helps.
Interesting. That's a nice tactic or nice hack. I will try it out as well. Just saying it out loud. Okay, today I will shut down at the PM and be present in the moment with family or friends. Then my last question before we go into the fast questions. If you were a mentor to the younger Andrea, what would you tell him when he's thinking of quitting a corporate job to go all in on his own business? And what would you warn him about? What would be your general advice to a young Andrea who's in the corporate world, having success there, but maybe thinking, maybe there is something else that I want to explore. Maybe it's entrepreneurship. What kind of advice would you give him or warn him
That's
about?
a tough one. That's a tough one. I would say that I would invite those people to start a new venture because it's an incredible experience. It's one of maybe the most difficult thing that I ever done in my life, for sure. And to be honest and being honest, it's maybe the first advice. To be honest with yourself, you have to put aside for a part of your life some things that you were comfortable with. So you are used to, I don't know, maybe go out with your friends an entire weekend, every weekend. You don't like to work in the evening. Just be clear with yourself. Make a pact with yourself, just to to take back the thing before, and try to focus also on all the things that you were not comfortable with. So you don't like the finance, you need to start studying finance. You're not liking do the HR part, you need to start to talk with people. You need to like to start talking people and try to understand who will be the best developer, the best sales, the best, I don't know, whatever it is that you can bring in your company. Be clear with yourself. You need to understand that you need to believe that you are going to manage also the part of the jobs that if you are in a company that you don't like marketing, for example. Okay, I didn't like marketing, but I need to accept that that part of that area of the companies is important. You need to study how to manage it. You need to study how to make marketing go better and better over time. So that would be my simple advice: to accept everything to be part of your everyday job, and to be prepared to the hard times, for sure.
Nice advice. All right. I would say then let's go to the rapid fire questions. So basically, the rule is as fast as possible, your answers as spontaneous as possible, even though it's difficult sometimes. I brought 9 questions, 9 fast questions. And I would start with the first one. I ask all the founders so far, which I had conversations with. The first one is if you had to start life again with only 500 euros, what's the first thing you'd spend the money on?
Sales part.
Okay, I have a statement for you. AI is the most overhyped word in tech right now. True or false?
False.
Your daily stress level as a founder from a scale from 0, low, to 10, very high.
8.
How many hours do you work per week, more or less?
70.
If you could automate one part of your job forever, which one would it be?
Talking over the phone with my clients.
the most important software tool that you're using on a daily basis?
Claude.
Three things that make a good day for you.
To to have time to talk with my employees, at least to one of them, to talk at least with one of my clients, and to be satisfied with the collaboration with my projects. I mean, with the things that we are developing for our customers.
And the last thing that made you really proud as a founder, when you can think about it.
I am seeing that our employees are starting to grow communities, friendships are growing inside the company. That this is maybe the most successful thing that I've seen so far.
Nice. And the last question is, please end the sentence. Growing a business is like?
Running a marathon.
Nice. Thank you very much, Andrea. It was a pleasure to talk to you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Fabiano.